Gnosticism was a religious and philosophical movement in Europe and the Middle East that flourished from about the AD 100s to the 700s. There were many Christian and non-Christian Gnostic sects. Gnostics believed that people could attain salvation only by acquiring gnosis, a Greek word for knowledge. Most Gnostics believed in an unknown and remote supreme being. An evil and subordinate supernatural being called Demiurge created the world, which was ruled by evil spirits. Gnostics generally taught that selected individuals had a divine spark imprisoned in their material body. Through Gnosis, that divine spark would be liberated from the basically evil world and united with the Supreme Being. Most Christian Gnostics believed that Jesus was a divine messenger who brought Gnosis to ordinary Christians.
There were some books that were not ultimately included in the New Testament that at one time or another, by one group or another, were considered Scripture, as we've seen, for example, in the case of the Marcionites with their form of the Gospel of Luke, or with the Gnostics, who had a variety of texts. The Gnostics had their own writings as well, many of which they considered Scripture. There were a range of books considered by different groups to be Christian, but even the group that ended up establishing orthodoxy accepted at one point or another, at one place or another, at one time or another, books that eventually were excluded from the canon